Hey, aloha everybody, and welcome to Beach Walks with Rocks. You can find us at beachwalks.tv. Hello everybody, welcome to Beach Walks. We have a lot of rain happening outside, so our show is going to be happening inside today, and I have a very special guest with me today, Kimo Watanabe. You've heard Kimo's music on a couple of our Beach Walks episodes, so I'd like to start by mahalo nui to you for making some of your music available through the PodSafe Music Network. And you're visiting from Salt Lake City.
That's correct. Yep.
So I just learned that, Kimo, you were born in Salt Lake City, but you were raised Hanai child, which is a special Hawaiian type of tradition. Why don't you explain to our audience about Hanai?
Hanai is an old Hawaiian tradition where you would be taken in and raised by another family. Maybe if your sister couldn't have children and your other sister could, she might Hanai a child to the sister who couldn't, and so it's kind of similar to adoption, but one of the differences would be that ties with the birth parents, are never severed, and they're encouraged. I was raised by my birth parents. Hanai nowadays is also kind of like people just taking you in as family, and for all intents and purposes, it is the very definition, I think, of aloha.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I was under the impression, tell me if I'm wrong or not, but part of it also is that you learn, part of the Hanai tradition process is really learning the traditional Hawaiian ways. Would you say that's true, or not necessarily?
I would definitely say that's the case in my case, in that the family that Hanai'd me has such strong roots in the culture, and so was able to learn a lot and continue to learn a lot, even after the passing of my Hanai father just this last year. Continue to learn a lot, and it's just fascinating to me, and I appreciate all of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, and you have a very amazing connection to the origins of Hawaii. Tell everyone your lineage.
The family, the genealogy traces back through Kahahana, who was king of Oahu. At one point, his father was Elani, chief of Ewa, and he was raised by Kahekili, who was Moi of Maui, and that line actually goes back through Maweke, who originally came from Tahiti to Hawaii as a navigator. He arrived. Maweke arrived from Tahiti first, and then later came a priest from Samoa named Pa'au, and it's through Pa'au's line that King Kamehameha comes from, but Maweke was actually there first. Mm-hmm. So that's Maweke.
That's excellent. That's excellent. So I'm curious about how very Hawaiian you are, though born in Salt Lake and now living again in Salt Lake. So do you have a Pauhana the Pauhana groups? Is there a group in Salt Lake City? Do you meet with other Hawaiian people in Salt Lake? What's it like for you?
Well, we're very active in the Hawaiian community in Salt Lake, and there's surprisingly a lot of Hawaiians out there, and so we get together and we play music, and we cook food, and because if you're living away from Hawaii, it's the food and it's the music and the family that you miss. And so in Utah, we're all, and in fact we found through studying genealogy and things like that a lot of us are actually related at some point. But we get together and we cook local food, we make some mean curry rice. Mm-hmm. And when we just get together and play music, and it's fantastic. Mm-hmm. I mean, as fantastic as it can be when you're not actually in Hawaii.
Living here.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing quite beats, I don't think, being able to sit on the lanai with your auntie or uncles and play music. As rainy as a day as it was today, it reminds me the last time I came back for my Hanai sister Uilani's wedding, I was able to sit down and play some music with some old friends of mine at Papakolea, and got to sit with Auntie Janyoa Keawe and play some music just in the living room, and she actually taught me the song that I played later on that evening at the wedding, and got to go up the road and sit with a friend, Dane Kahau, and we just played some nice old Hawaiian music as we looked out over Honolulu and Waikiki, and just it's really hard to beat that. You know, as nice as it can get in Utah, it's I don't think anything can quite replace being able to sit with your friends and family and play music over here, eat some nice food, and sit under the stars, and you can't beat it.